Alright, what's up everybody? It's your boy Akeem and welcome to today's vlog. The Green Bay Packers have the 21st pick of the 2014 NFL Draft. Now this team went 8-7-1 last year and they fought, scratched, and clawed their way into the playoffs, edging out the Bears in the final week of the regular season and then eventually losing in the wild card against my San Francisco 49ers. I think they had a pretty decent season overall, particularly on the offensive side, even though Aaron Rodgers was missing in action due to injuries. But they finally found a good running back in Eddie Lacy, who was last year's AP Offensive Rookie of the Year. Now, defensively, they weren't really looking too good, meaning giving a lot of yardage, but they picked up a good defensive end from the Chicago Bears and Julius Peppers, all-pro player. Hopefully, he still has a couple of years left in him and a couple of veteran tips for Dayton Jones, which they have a lot of high hopes for on the opposite end, coming out of UCLA. Still a young player, but he still have ways to develop, and they have high hopes for him in this particular season. At first, I was thinking about them picking up a defensive end, but then picking up Julius Peppers, I think that was a great addition for that defense overall. Now, talking about this team, I'm going to start with the offensive side and their particular needs. They could use a good tight end. Now, Jermichael Finley's actually no longer with the team. He was out due to a neck injury. He was missing, and he even had a career-ending injury at that. But Andrew Quarles had a decent season, received over 300 yards receiving. Hopefully, he can step it up this year. If not, the team will have to go with a tight end with their first selection. Now, wide receiver, that is a question mark. Jared Boykin, to me, kind of stepped up last season, caught over 600 yards receiving last year. Now, Randall Cobb should be back this year to work along with Jordy Nelson, but some people think that they could go with the receiver with their first overall selection to replace James Jones. He is now a Oakland Raider, but I don't think they should go with that direction with this pick. I think they need to address the defensive side. Now, a couple of key components that they can use a good outside linebacker for that linebacker core with Clay Matthews and A.J. Hawk leading the way. I think they need a good outside linebacker opposite of Clay Matthews, who could be in a rotation with Nick Perry as well. And they could also use a good safety. Morgan Burnett's pretty okay, but they could still use a better cover safety. They weren't playing too well in coverage overall, so they can use the safety with this particular selection. Now, for this pick, I still have my man Ryan Shazier out of Ohio State still available, and that's who I'm going to go with this selection. I think they should go with Shazier because he's a great all-around player. He's not too much of a pass rusher, but he's definitely a person who could get behind the line of scrimmage and become a ball hawk and attacking the football and getting the football from sideline to sideline. He is a great athleticism, good speed, and I think he will become a good complement from A.J. Hawk because they came from the same school, and I think he will be a good addition to that linebacker core and have a pretty good linebacking core overall. Now, who I think they probably will select, I think they're going to go with a wild card with this one and address the safety position, and I think they're going to go with Deone Bucannon out of Washington State. He's coming off a good season. He still had a good workout, good cover skills. He could definitely deliver the hits sometimes. He's a good all-around player. He's a little bit under the radar, but if you look at his numbers, he had a pretty decent career as a Cougar, and I think that the Packers might have their eyes set on him at the number 21st pick, and I think they're going to go with the wild card and go with Bucannon out of Washington State. But who I think they should go with is Ryan Shazier out of Ohio State. But anything goes with this selection. I think they should either go with an outside linebacker or a safety if with this particular selection, but anything can happen. They might even try to trade up to pick up a better player. But I'm going to have to go with Ryan Shazier as a player that I think they should go with, and the player who I think they probably will go with, a wild card pick, and Deone Bucannon out of Washington State. Now, the next time I'm going to catch you guys is tomorrow. I'm going to talk about pick number 22 of this year's draft, belonging to the Philadelphia Eagles. Thank you for watching this blog from Pro Football Exclusive. I'm your man, Akeem McCall. Be easy.